I am so excited. If you guys have not met Sylvia, you haven't been here long enough, right? So get to know her, add her on social media, give her a hand for sharing her story. Come on.
I'm gonna use the microphone.
You're on this one. You got to use the microphone.
Oh,
Do you have the...
no, but I wanted the other one. Okay, hold on.
I guess I should have been using this button, right? Sorry, guys.
It's ready? It's ready?
You're ready.
Just going through the slides, yeah.
That's you, right?
Here, right?
Yeah, you're right there.
Well, but I want to show Mr. Black Elvis. I know you're there. Here's you. Here you are. I didn't get the cup, but I got this one. No, he sent me a cup, but it didn't get here today. So you're gonna be here. Your spirit, Mister.
So
If
you
you
guys
don't
have
know
to
who's
know-
Black Elvis, you know who
Yes,
is he?
he's
Can
one
you
of our
explain?
single-family mentors out of our Dallas office. So he couldn't be here in person, so he's here in
In spirit
printed
for
image.
me, he said to-
Back up one slide. We can see him up there.
It's right here.
Before I start, you need to know two things about me, okay? Because I'm hyper,
to us.
and that's one. Well, actually three. I'm hyper, and I move a lot, okay? I don't want to go to the restroom. It's
Try to
just I
stay
just
in that
move.
little box, though.
Stay here. Okay. So, so what? That's one thing. But another one is you need to know before of anything
Is that your son?
I am. Yes, that's my son.
He's taking pictures, just like you.
So that I'm a teacher. I'm a retired teacher, so I'm gonna be teaching you. Okay, I always teach something when I speak. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you today how to get rid of fear. Okay, I'm gonna help you, not teach you, but actually help you. I'm gonna write the words so you remember at the end. Maybe I wanna know if I help you or not with my story. Okay, get rid of fear, because that's one of the main things that people are afraid of. You know, to invest, put your money, your savings in houses or single family or multifamily. Another thing that I did for you, also for you, okay, online. This is my favorite books. They're 38. I typed them yesterday for you. These are my favorites. I'm gonna post it in a wall. You can take a picture if you wanna read any of them. I learn about lifestyles. I learn about me with this book, with this actually list. They're 38. They're my favorite books. They're about millionaires. I started searching about millionaires a long time ago, and I found out that it's real estate. You know that you have to do real estate to become a millionaire. Oh, that's one of the ways. So it's about millionaires. You know, it's about self-improvement. So here is my list. I'm gonna put it right here. And for people online, if you want it, I cannot give you my email because I hate emails. You know, my email, I need to change it because it's a mess, but I haven't done it. So that's why no emails, but I'm gonna write here. I can send it to you via Messenger. And this is how you can request me, Sylvia. But I am Mata under Facebook, and Buenfil is my last name.
Well, awesome. Well,
So
now everyone's
Sylvia
gonna
Mata
connect.
Buenfil, you want it, I can, ask me, and I can give you that list, okay? I'm gonna take
Absolutely.
it home.
Connect with her online, guys. She's always on every event, and that's really a testimony of her success. As she comes to everything, guys. Every road trip, every expo, mastermind event, she's there.
Yes, thank you.
I don't think she's ever missed an event, and that really does say a lot. So thank
And
you
I'm
so
just
much.
gonna show you my favorite book of all times, okay? I've done it. I read it like 3 times, 4 times. This is for self-improvement. I love my book. I've read it like 5 times, if I'm not mistaken. Perfect. You know, it's just to improve yourself. It's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And this is talk about your conscious mind. You put everything in your conscious mind and it happens, and it had happened to me. A long time ago, I said, I'm gonna be in lifestyles. I'm gonna move to San Antonio because of this book. I said it over and over. I wrote it. I put it in my subconscious, and I'm here. And one day I said, I'm gonna be right here looking at Mr. Fisher. I'm here. I'm gonna be here saying my story, to share the story, to see if I can touch somebody and you can change your life the way Mr. Fisher and lifestyles changed mine. Okay? And this one, look at this. I'm so excited because they got me this one right now. Somebody brought it from a member. Okay?
Yes.
And everybody's wearing the t-shirt. because I want to honor Mr. Fisher. You know, I've been coming to Lifestyle since 2016, and because of Mr. Fisher, you know, I came over and over and over. I'll give you a little bit about that later, but let me now start with a slide. Okay, my name is Sylvia Buenfil. This is my family.
This is called Type A.
Type A, go around and around. Yes,
Yeah, so
and I start on the bottom.
Tell us your background, a little bit of your
Yes.
background, and how you found Lifestyles.
Yes, okay. I was born in Mexico, raised born in the United States, raised in Mexico. I came to the United States when I was 14, and I lived in the border, Laredo, 2 hours and a half from here. Well, I live in the south, so it's 3 hours from here. So I love you, Mr. Mr. John Pride. Okay, so anyway.
Squirrel.
No, don't put pictures. Okay, focus. Anyway, I live in Laredo almost all my life. I lived in 2009, 2014. I lived 5 years in San Marcos, Texas, okay? And then I went back to my hometown again. And then because of David Fisher and Lifestyles, I'm here. Because he kept it in my mind. When he speaks, you know, and he tells you things, and it goes to my subconscious. He told me one day, why don't you live here? You know, come to San Antonio, you're always here.
Yep.
And I said, yeah, right. And then I went back driving to Laredo, and I said, I should just move.
Yeah.
Right, I should just move. He's right. And then it was here in my brain, you know, like, I should move. And I moved, you know. In 2020, I moved to San Antonio.
You were driving here before that, right?
Yes,
She would
every
come to the 2-day events, the road
So,
trips
and
from
this-
Laredo.
And case studies. I used to come to case
And how
studies
long was
driving.
that drive?
The drive was 3 hours.
3 hours
3
to
hours.
come here, guys.
Mhm.
That's commitment.
Yes.
Awesome
So
job.
I retired from teaching in 2019. December 2019, I retired from something that I didn't want to do anymore. I'm a single mother, you know, very single, guys. I'm single. I'm a single mother, and my daughter couldn't come. That's my beauty.
My mom, she's single.
That's my son. He's getting hyper too. Well,
Hey,
anyway.
we have had a couple, I think 2 proposals at case study, guys. So just,
Well, I'm waiting for that.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So
that,
does that mean that you're open to interests, or?
what do you think I've done?
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Email, Chris. Messenger.
Oh God.
Facebook Messenger.
Yes. Well, you see, you didn't let me focus. Very single. Okay, I have 2 children. This is my son Alberto, and this one right here.
Right here. Yes.
Okay,
Right there.
don't move behind me. My son Alberto and my daughter Erica. She lives in West Virginia, so she's not here. She couldn't come. My grandchild had a dental procedure done, so she couldn't make it today. She was gonna come. I don't know if she's online. Are you online? If you are, Baba, say something. And then the next one, okay? My son, and my son is present. Can I bring him for a minute? Yes.
Yeah.
My son, come on. This is my son. This is my family, my daughter, the kids. And Alberto, that picture. Again. Okay, Alberto, which is this one.
Show your muscles.
Yes, show the muscles. Yeah, picture. That's my baby. So he
You just did your.
like there's no girls. Well, anyway, you're the dads. He's single, okay?
Dad.
And he's saving money for a duplex. He has $10,000. Tell the daughters, okay? $10,000 in the savings. So anyway, and he started modeling because he's handsome. He started modeling for a athletic store. What is the name?
Gym clothing brand.
So he started modeling. Can you believe? Now I have a model in my background. So he's modeling and he's going to school full time. You know, he's saving money. He works for T-Mobile. He started working this week. He was in a training today. So he's in T-Mobile.
So how did you
Thank you,
guys
my
find Lifestyles?
How did I find? Well, the next one is. Oh no, there it is. Thank you, my love. Referred by a friend.
Well, you're in Laredo. How did you find? Were you on the radio or? Oh, a friend. Okay.
Well, let me do the bottom one. I always do that, okay? Let me do the bottom. Tired of being a teacher. Why? Okay, why? I need to say the why before how, please, okay? For a purpose. I was tired of teaching. I was a teacher. I did it for 25 years. And I was just so tired of doing the same thing over and over, waking up, going to the classroom, having to deal with the kids' behaviors, with the parents' behaviors, administration being after me. I was getting sick of teaching, very sick of the documentation, the pressure. I was getting actually like literally sick. My back was hurting, my neck all the time. I had headaches forever, every day. So I was getting sick. And the last 5 years were horrible for me, horrible. I just couldn't wake up. I was so tired. My feet were hurting. At the end of the day, I was tired, exhausted. I wanted to cry because I was tired of doing it over and over and over. So, but thank God, I retired 2019 in December, right before COVID. Thank God I did it. I didn't know about COVID, but I retired in 2019.
So did you have real estate investments before you stopped teaching, or how did that?
Before teaching, oh yes, I had. Before teaching, just my house, my regular primary home. I always had a home, but I did invest in one house when I moved to San Marcos. I bought a house, and I had it for 5 years, only 5 years, I think. But I sold it. That's how I started, okay? I started with lifestyles because I sold my house. Because of this man, I sold it. I didn't know he had a lot of equity.
Hold on, you're jumping ahead, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's 'cause she asked me.
Slow down.
Let me go to the next one then. And then I'll explain that because that's a long explanation. Let me jump to the number one, to the first bullet. Well, tired teaching, that's why I did it, right? And now let me tell you who referred me. I don't know if that person is here. I invited him, but his wife is very sick, so I don't know. Salvatore, are you here? No? Salvatore, are you online? No. He has problems with, his wife is very, very sick. Anyway, let me tell you about how I found lifestyles, okay? This is very interesting and it's very touchy. I went to, I didn't know anything about lifestyles, and I live in Laredo, okay? 2016, we're talking about March 2016. I don't know if you know, but if you live in Laredo, you probably don't know. If you live in Laredo and you get very sick, you're in an accident and you need extra medical attention, they bring you to San Antonio, right? So my mother was very sick. She got a heart attack, and she had many, many diseases. So it got complicated, so they transported my mother to one of the hospitals in San Antonio. I think the name is, you have a university hospital? Mm-hmm. You do, right? So it was University Hospital. And then I stayed there. I came, in my car. I stayed in the hospital for 2 days. Oh, those were my blessed days. I met this guy. His name is Salvatore. He's a Lifestyles member. His name is Salvatore Manirakisa. He's African. And he was the nurse of my mother, okay? But he was in Lifestyles. And then he said, we started a conversation because, I speak a lot. So I started talking to the guy. We talked for hours, and then he got into the conversation. He told me how he got into the United States. He told me the whole story. It's a long story. If you want to hear it later, I'll tell you the story, but it's a long story.
After?
And Chicken and Pickle can tell you because it's a very, very beautiful story.
After the case study, we're all going to Chicken and Pickle for those who'd like to hear the story.
Yes. But anyway, he came from Africa, refugee, made a lot of money. He got to the point where he asked me, do you want to see my houses? And I said, yes, because I've always been interested in houses in my life, the whole life. So we were sitting down in the couch, right, next to me, and Salvatore goes, you want to see my houses? Yes, I do. And then he said, and this guy, in the story that he told me, he says, I came to the United States with no money in my pockets and no English. I didn't know English. And that was like 10, 12 years back, right? He told me that story, a long story. But anyway, he said, you want to see my houses? And I go, yes. He goes like this, and then he gives me the numbers, right? I didn't know the numbers back then, but I remember them, okay? He said, oh, look at this house. And I said, oh my gosh, it's so big. Yes, it's the square footage. He told me 1,700, something like that, because it was a 4-bedroom, I remember. 4-bedroom, this one I got it for 120. I rehabbed the property for 30,000. Now it's 200 or 210. And I said, oh, really? So you have money in that house? Yes. Do you want to see the next one? He showed me another one. This is another one. Look at this one. This one is the square footage. He told me the square footage, and then he told me that price, and then he told me a rehab. And I said, oh, my God, you have $80,000 in that house. You know, you had equity. Do you want to see the next one? He told me the third one. I said, yes. Do you want to see my house? The fourth one. Your house? Yes. And he showed me the house, and I was freaking out. I just couldn't believe these men, you know. I couldn't believe it. He showed me his house, and I said, oh, wow. It was a mansion. And I said, why do you have a mansion? Oh, it's $1 million or more than $1 million, and it's paid off. And I said, what? And you came without money? How? And I said, oh, because I joined Lifestyles. And I said, oh, my God. And then he said, but when I came to the United States, I said, I'm going to become a millionaire. So I searched, and I found Lifestyles. And then he said, this is how you join Lifestyles. He got in the phone, he put Lifestyles, unlimited.com, and he said, all you have to do is click on the yellow link, and you will be going to the free workshop. And because of that click, I am here. I click on the link. I came to the last time. I came to the free workshop. I paid, it was you. I paid the $500 immediately. Right now it's $300. I paid $500. I went to her and I said, just charge it because I have to go.
Nobody ripped you off.
Hey, David was my boss at the time, so.
So I paid, and then I came. Even if you're not going to believe the next step, what I'm going to say, but he's my witness, and you are my witness. I came from Laredo, I came every single Thursday, 2016, the rest of 2016, and every single Thursday in 2017, and all the 2 days to see Mr. Fisher, to learn from Mr. Fisher, to imitate Mr. Fisher, to mimic Mr. Fisher. And until right now, I still come for the 2 days whenever I can because I'm working. But to live.
You get to mimic Mr. Wyatt.
Now I have to mimic him. I've been mimicking you. Anyway.
I don't say weird things like peeing your pants exciting or Big Daddy snaps or deuces for life, right?
Yes. But now I come and I see him, right? But anyway, I came from Laredo, 3 hours, and I will be the first one. Isn't that true, Mr. Fisher? I was 8 o'clock in the parking lot, so that means I had to do my hair and my makeup because I don't get out of without that. So I would have to get up at 4 in the morning, get ready, get in my car at 5, drive over here, and be sitting down right here. All 2016, all 2017, and all the case studies.
And did you sit in the millionaire seat right there?
Yes.
Front row.
Because you've
Yes,
moved
I
over
did.
here now.
I did.
You moved
No,
over.
I moved over here.
Yeah, you moved over here now. Yeah.
It depends on the friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Depends on the day.
Depends
All right,
on the day
well,
or the friend.
We've got a house that you're going to showcase for us tonight,
yes,
right?
yes.
We got some pictures up here.
Let's talk
Yes,
about it.
So anyway, this is before and after. This is a triplex I got.
When did you buy this one?
This one I got it's from Laredo, okay? I got the monies. I think I have to say the money. How did I get it, right? Yeah. Well, I cash out refinance my house. That's how I started, okay? Because one Sunday I said, Mr. Fisher, during lunchtime, I said, can I sit with you because I don't know how to do this, and I'm a teacher. He said, what do you do? I'm a teacher, and teachers don't have money, you know. I don't have a savings, and I don't have anything in my checking account. I just live paycheck by paycheck. I'm a single parent, so I don't have anything. And he goes, well, he told me, yes, we can stay after Sunday, you know, after the presentation. So I stayed, we sat down, And then he asked me, what do you have? Do you have any properties? And I said, oh, I have a property in San Marcos, Texas. And he said, well, there you have money. Why don't you, how do you call it?
Cash
Do
out
the comps.
refi.
Do the comps on the.
Pull the comps to figure out if you can cash out refi.
Yes,
Yeah.
figure it out, and maybe you have equity, sell the house. And then what else do you have? And I said, well, my home in Laredo. And then he goes, well, what if do you have equity? And I said, I knew what it was equity. So I said, yes, I do have equity. Well, cash out refinance, what is that? Cash out refinance means you're going to get the equity, 75% or 80% of the money they're going to give it to you. You can invest. You can buy one house. And I said, oh, shoot, yeah, let me do it. So I went back to Laredo. Didn't do it immediately because I was thinking, oh, no, but I need a lot of money to go do multifamily because I love multifamily. I said, no, I'm not going to have that money for that. I need to start with single family. So I didn't want to do, I couldn't buy a house because my credit was bad. I was working on my credit because in my divorce, I turned in my truck and it was a mess, my credit. So I was waiting. I had to wait months to get all the trash out of my credit, right? So I was after the credit bureau, like, please take it out because I need to buy a house. I did call him. I called the credit bureau
Proactive,
because
yeah.
I wanted to get rid of that so I can start buying. But it doesn't happen, right? It's time that gets rid of your bad credit. So I couldn't do it right away, but meanwhile, I started investigating, okay? Because he always saying in the seminar, call the lenders, check yourself, see how you are, where you stand. If you need to work on your credit, work right now. So I would do that, the whole April, May, June, July, August, 5-6 months I was bothering people. I was bothering the lenders. One of them is Mr. Sullivan. He's not here, right? He was a lender back then, Joey. Joey was a lender. Oh, I learned so much from Joey Sullivan. Well, anyway, so that happened. I got the money, and I bought a triplex. And what else? I bought a triplex. And I put money into deals.
Yeah. So can we let's talk about the rehab.
This one is from Laredo.
Okay.
I got it in Silo. I got it myself.
Did you have to do a lot of rehab to the property?
I did, yes, a little bit.
Little
no,
bit?
It was three units.
So it's a triplex purchased in Laredo. Okay.
Yes, and I got, I did 10,000. And everything I did it from my pocket because I investigated with Lifestyles Realtor. They didn't work in Laredo. I don't know why. Lenders didn't work with Laredo. I don't know why. They said, no, but it didn't stop me. I said, oh, no, I know how to do this. Let me go into, Realtor.com and all the local, right, to search. I found the property. Once I saw it's a triplex, okay? Once I saw it, I said, oh, my gosh, I love it. And it's very close to my house. Let me drive by. I drove by the property. I liked it, and I said, oh, I can do this by myself. I called a realtor online. And I said, can you show me the property? I walked in the property. I loved the property. And I said, and I didn't know, I didn't have a mentor, right? But I was calling Joe Flores. He was a mentor. He's right there. Joe Flores. And I said, Joe, I want to buy a triplex. Can you help me? Yes, send me the numbers. I didn't, but I didn't. I figured it out myself, and I said, oh, no, this one has money. He's going to have money because I'm going to repair the property. So I spent only $10,000. Inside, nothing outside.
So not much rehab?
No.
Okay.
No.
So let's look at the
3
numbers. Okay, so you purchased it for $160,000, which you got a loan, right?
Yes.
It appraised at $275,000, and you rehabbed it, like you said, $10,000 to get it spruced up. So your total cash out of pocket was just over $11,000, and that made you $2,350. So $2,350 is how much you rented gross rents, right? Because it's times 3.
Yes.
And that made you $1,114 a month in positive cash flow, guys. So that's your profit after you pay all your expenses, property taxes, your mortgage, all that good stuff, and that equals over $13,000 a year of profit. That's amazing, guys. That's amazing.
Let me tell you my truth because you're probably thinking already, and probably Mr. Fisher too. How come you paid $11,000 for 160,000? Right? It's supposed to be 20%.
How'd you get
20%.
it so cheap out of pocket?
Yes. Well, that's the trick. I said,
You talked them down.
You're just a really good negotiator, right?
Great negotiation.
no. I'm just smart.
She's
So,
smart.
listen, I said, if I buy this one and if I pay that 20%, oh no, I'm going to spend a lot of money. Then I'm not going to have money for a multifamily deal, right? And I went into 2 multifamily. So I went into 2 multifamily. I wanted to save. Guess what I did? You probably can guess. What did I do?
Did you buy with hard money?
No.
You moved into one.
It didn't work for Laredo either. They couldn't work.
Did you move in one?
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
I lived in the property, but
So she moved into one of the units.
to the
Okay.
property, and that's my desperation for living. You know, I wanted to leave teaching. I hated
So
teaching.
how long did you live
And I
in,
said I need to buy it.
how long did you live in one of the units?
Well, I made a mistake, but ni modo. I made a mistake. Okay, it's supposed to be 2 years out of 5, and I did 1 year.
Well, no, you can live it with an FHA loan.
1 year is usually the minimum
1 year?
requirement.
Then I'm not gonna pay taxes.
Mixing 2 different things together. I'll teach you later. Don't worry.
No. I wanted to not pay taxes.
Okay, so
That's a different thing.
you got an FHA
Not to pay
loan.
taxes. I didn't want to pay taxes, but I wanted to live that property,
So-
so I lived
So
1
you
and a
didn't
half.
do 20% down. She got an FHA loan. If you guys know, it's an owner-occupant loan. So you have to live in the property, usually a minimum of 1 year. The lenders in the back would clarify that if you have questions, but you can move into a multifamily. It's not a true multifamily. It's still single family, but there's 3 units. You
Yes.
live in one and you rent the others.
And I rent
So
the
you-
other
Put
2.
3.5% down.
Right, so she only put 3.5, and then the rehab was cash out of pocket, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
that's why her cash out of pocket total was just over 11,000, and you lived in that. You said how long?
Like a year and 8 months.
Okay,
I missed 4 months.
and then how long did you sell it? You sold it this year.
This year.
Okay.
I sold it in. That one is in July.
In July, okay.
That was my last property.
And
that
how
I
much
sold
did you
July.
make when you sold this one?
Well, it's not there, but I made $98,000.
98,000.
So that was
This
the
one.
deposit in my checking account. $98,000
That's
from
wonderful.
this.
Off 11
Off 11
Way to
grand,
go.
11
guys.
grand.
Amazing.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, you know what? I think this is a great lesson of if you can't buy a property, if you're willing to live in one of the units, it's not typically what we teach, but it's an option. If that's your only option, why not do that to get your foot in the door? Look what it did for her. That's amazing.
Yes.
So, awesome. Great. So, we did always ask members to quote. This is the quote you gave us. Do you want to read it?
Yes. How has lifestyles changed my life? No. How has your life changed? Okay, because of Lifestyles Unlimited, thank you, Jesus. I am retired. I am very happy. I'm stress-free. I have time for me. I go to the gym. That's why I put that one. Because I didn't used to go to the gym. I didn't have time. I have more time for God. You know, I read more the Bible. I go to church. I am surrounded by greatness, and greatness is you all. You know, surrounded by people. And I'm blessed. And I can bless many, many people. And I added more. So, because this one is very important because of lifestyle. Because of lifestyle. I'm in San Antonio. Because of Mr. Fisher, I am here. And I am blessed to be here. Not only in Lifestyles in San Antonio, it's been a blessing to be in San Antonio, okay? Because I found a job that I love. I love my job. I'm making money. And I don't want to quit, okay? So that is something different. And because of Lifestyles, I think like a millionaire, okay? I don't have a million. I'm one of the little peoples. I'm not there yet, but I will be, okay? I will be a millionaire. Once I am a millionaire, I can say I'm a self-made millionaire. I'm going to do a study. And because of Lifestyles, I cash flow.
So, besides the triplex, she's got some other properties that we will kind of run through here real quick. I know we got the multifamily waiting. So you sold 3 properties this year, guys. So on the right side, you sold the triplex. You made $98,000 on that one. And then you had another property in Laredo. That one sold for $90,000. You profited $96,000. And then Candlehead, was that a personal home? Okay. Primary in San Antonio. You sold that one. You made $45,000. So you have cash to work with now. And everyone know you don't want to hold on to cash very long, right? Especially when there's investments. So now you've got the duplex that you just bought this year, and that's making you $9,000 a year cash flow.
Yes.
And then the Proud Clarion, is that a personal residence?
Proud Clarion, that's my, yes.
Personal residence. Okay, she's got 35 instant equity. How did that, that's a new build.
That's a new building.
Perfect.
I got into that one.
So even her personal home has equity. Smart. Smart lady. And then Santa Ana, you have not closed on it, but it's a triplex you'll be closing on soon. That one's going to make you another $13,000. Oh, just another $13,000 a year. And then there's more. No, she's got 3 passive investments. So those are where you're a partner, you're a silent partner, and 3 large apartment complexes in San Antonio and Corpus.
In San Antonio, 2 in San Antonio, 1 in Dallas.
1 in Dallas. Okay. So awesome! Oh my gosh, look at you!
Because those 2 properties were Mr. Fisher's. One day I put it in my subconscious mind. I said, I'm going to buy from this man. And I did last month. I did buy a duplex from him, and I'm buying the triplex from him and making money, okay?
Awesome.
So they're from Mr. Fisher.
Thank you so much for sharing.
And Mrs. Fisher.
And Mrs. Fisher. Yes, from both. Yes, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Next one.
So tell us about, this is an event you went to in...
These are events. I was going to put a lot of pictures, but I'm not allowed to put a lot. So.
we had to shorten it a little, guys.
We chose 2. So these are just pictures, I wanted to put a lot of pictures, and she's there, my lead, right here. So we went for feasibility. I went to the feasibility to help her with the property. To actually, how do you say feasibility to?
The walkthrough due diligence.
To the walkthrough due diligence, yes. So after that, we went to lunch. We took a picture. We had fun. Over there is the Austin networking potluck. He's here, okay, just for you to know. If you want to join these groups, that group, raise your hand. All the pigs can join the chat, okay? It's very, very educational.
So a lot of our members, you guys will see, those who haven't joined yet, you guys are going to, not only are you joining Lifestyles Unlimited, but you're joining this family of success and like-minded folks that you never thought possible, but it does exist, and it's all positive. And you guys do so much outside of our events, to keep the like-minded people networking and learning more, and it's so great. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Sylvia. And I think we've got one more. We asked you what your short-term and long-term goals. We kind of talked about it a little bit. If you want to run through that real quick.
Okay, invest in 1 or more 2 apartment communities. Well, if I have money, because now I change it around. I think I'm going to buy 2 single family and 1 multifamily. I'm going to go into that with the money that I have left after buying the property.
Perfect.
Long-term, travel the world with my family. My goal is to travel. I love traveling. Live in another country for 1 year. I have that in my subconscious mind. I'm going to do it one day. I don't know when. But I'm going to live in one country, and come back. Just travel the country. Leave a legacy. I really would love for my children, right? My daughter doesn't pay attention to me, but maybe one day. But she's over there. If you're over there, you can do one house, baby. My son, he's watching me all the time. He sees me, he's enjoying it, just looking at me. Actually, he's not doing anything, but he's saving money. I just hope that he does put those $10,000 and plus more for a duplex. In both family with lifestyles, I've been trying. Work for lifestyles. Oh, that's kind of like a future, right? They had future.
Are you sure?
Yes. They have invited me already 2 times, okay, to work for lifestyles. Many people think that I work for lifestyles. I do not, okay? I do not work for lifestyles because I kind of like advertising, posting pictures. They think, oh, you work for lifestyles. I do not work for lifestyles. I just love
and she's very
lifestyles.
Active on social media.
Yes, and I'm very active, here.
We appreciate that.
But one day I will work for lifestyles or just volunteer for lifestyles because I'm working. And I love my job. That's why I don't want to work for lifestyles. But really, I don't want to work because if not, I cannot come to the case studies. I would be working. Or I cannot go to the expo working. No way.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
I need to go to all the events. So full-time passive investor, I would love to be full-time like my friends over here. They're passive investor and they're my favorites. You know, John Price and Chendi and Dustin. And I missed the picture, but I couldn't find it. It was, what's her name? She's from Texas. She has 68 deals. Hold on. It went out. Well, anyway. It's, no, Madeline has 169. Huh? No, Madeline, no, 169. No.
She knows everything. You
Yes. So, no.
Probably
So,
Bethany.
anyway, I want to be passive investor. I don't know when, but I will.
Well, I definitely know
I
that you
don't know
will
when.
achieve any goal that you want to achieve because you got this, girl. And thank you so much for being here. And we really love having you as a member. And you're just
you,
always
thank
so
you.
happy, and your positivity spreads. And you have what it takes, you guys. And I think you've been a huge inspiration. And we just want to thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.